Alright, so there's a fight in the works. I believe it's happening early next year. I think it's slated for February. And that fight is a boxing match. Now, I'm not a boxer watcher type of dude, you know? I see the Dubois, you know? I see the Usyks of the division. I see the Tank Davises, Ryan Garcia whooping Devin Haney's ass. I see shit like that. I'm not really a boxer enjoyer. I think it's kind of like just the pussy version of MMA, if you ask me. Just saying, keeping it real. But, I do think this fight is kind of something, at least. You know, boxing is very boring. It's very rigged. It's very, just a pussy sport, to be honest with you. Anyways, but regardless, I think this fight at least has implications for something fun that could happen. And of course, I'm talking about Darren Till versus Tommy. What the fuck is this? Get out of here. Anyways, versus Tommy Fury. Now, if you don't know, the great Tommy Fury, brothers with Tyson Fury, I believe. Tyson Fury, yeah, I remember that correctly. You know, we see he's 10-0, you know, arguably the best fucking boxer he's faced is Jake Paul. Keeping it real, you know, maybe Anthony Taylor, but regardless, draw against Rolly, whoever the fuck that is. I don't know who that is. Regardless, he's a good boxer. And I say good as in he's a pro boxer. If you said you beat Tommy Fury in a boxing match, I'd be surprised, and I'd be like, oh shit, I gotta watch that. You know, if like you were a friend or something, but if you're just like a random person, I'm just straight up not believing you. Darren Till, similar situation, but I'm more likely to believe he tore his ACL in the middle of the fight. Just saying, you know, my fucking ACL's done, lad. You know, the classic impression. Now, he did just, is it gonna show the boxing match? Canceled. The fuck? I think, yeah, this was the boxing match. It ended in round 2 via injury. I'm just saying, like, while this fight is entertaining, I kind of treat this fight as a joke. I'm just saying. Maybe that's just me, but I think this fight is a joke, man. I do kind of think it's a joke. When we see Darren Till in the weigh-ins and everything, bro's fat, bro's chubby. Let me just, you know, quick Darren Till versus Tommy Fury. It's probably going to be one of the first images that shows up. No. Oh, it actually doesn't show it. I'm surprised. I think people would have been clowning on Darren Till, to be honest with you. Let's see if we can find it, though. You know, live in prime. What would it be? Darren Till. Probably shadow boxing, no? That would be the shadow boxing. That would be the thing he does. Yeah, here it is. Yeah. Just saying. You're gonna tell me they compete in the same weight class? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Now, a lot of people rate Darren Till's hands very well. And while he is young, he is in prime. Tommy Fury, similar situation. He's young, but not in prime. But you know what I mean. He's younger. He hasn't lost. Darren Till, this is his second official boxing match, I believe. And he loves to box, I guess. A lot of canceled bouts. That's a little weird. But regardless, I think this fight's a joke. I do. I can't take this fight seriously. Tommy Fury is way more in shape for a weight class than Darren Till is. Now, that being said, recently, with some of the bigger weight guys, which I'm not sure what weight class this is, boxing's really, unorganized, and I would say they just have a fucking weight class every 2 pounds, 3 pounds, correct me if I'm wrong, don't really care though. Yeah, they just have a shit ton of fucking weight classes for whatever reason. Don't know what weight class they're fighting at, don't really care. Regardless, Darren Till does not look like he's in shape. He was posting all these videos of him training, and then we get to see his fat little fucking gut, alright, hanging out. Now, for a pro fighter, I guess in boxing, it can kind of work. There's a lot of fat boys up in the top divisions. I think what's his name? Deontay Wilder recently got knocked out to a big boy who's not really big because of muscle, you know? So, yeah, there's a world where Darren Till wins this, but just keeping it honest, from the 1 round and a minute we had of his Mohamed Muti fight, I was not like, oh wow, this guy's a boxer, woo, you know? I was more like, oh, so he got saved, you know? Not saved, but you know what I mean. It's just like, kind of just looks like shit. Thank God it was a round 2 KO, even though it says injury here. You know, Darren Till and his injuries. But if this fight has no injuries, no stipulations, whatever, I just think Tommy Fury's the better boxer. Keeping it honest. Last weigh-in, eh? What's this guy's last weigh-in? 184? Damn, so Tommy Fury's lighter and still looks better shape than Darren Till. That's just sad. Like, Till, what are we doing? You know? Like, get in shape. Go to welterweight. What the fuck are you doing? You know? And while I think this is smart from Darren Till, because if he does beat Fury, like, there's a lot of ifs here. If Darren Till does beat Fury, easily next up Jake Paul. That's a couple $1 million fight. You know, Liverpool loves him. The English love him. This is like big brain from Darren Till. Even though he said, yeah, lad, I just take whoever they give me the contract for, lad. You know, fuck his Scousers don't get knocked out. No, but it is just like, I just can't take this fight seriously. Like, to me, this is more of like a YouTube boxing thing. You know, like a Tommy Fury. Oh, wait, that's KSI. I just realized that's his name. Oh. Wow. Crazy. But yeah. Yeah. If we're talking about boxing skill here, I think Tommy Fury is kind of more proven. Darren Till's boxing will look good in MMA. Everyone's boxing looks good in MMA when they're like boxing backgrounds, but normally it doesn't transition well, you know? That's kind of just how it goes. With Tommy Fury, he's at least like a tested boxer. You know, he's got great training partners. Darren Till's probably got great training partners, being Khamzat Chimaev and everything. But he's got good MMA training partners. I'm not expecting Darren Till to have a Usyk in his corner, you know? Or Tommy Fury will at least have a Tyson Fury in his corner, you know? Or his dad in his corner or something, right? They kind of seem psychotic about it. But regardless if he does or does not, yeah, I'm kind of trusting the guy who looks like a boxer, fights like a boxer, who's been boxing, who's trained by boxers, who's taking his career seriously by making money moves, while also taking fights that he knows he can win. Yeah, I'm kind of trusting Tommy Fury to get it done, just saying. But I do think this is like a 9... This is like when you hear... Who is this like? This is like when you hear Sean O'Malley, Chito Vera. This is like, for MMA guys, that's basically like really dangerous champion, one of the best strikers at the time regarded. You know, had close decisions to some of the best in the division, but now he's fighting like outside of the top 5. And the guy who's outside of the top 5 has lost every round in his past 5 fights and has only gotten finishes, and that's the only reason why he's still ranked. That's kind of like what we're looking at here, you know? Darren Till kind of gets saved from looking even worse than the last fight he was just in. Tommy Fury, at least he's a boxer. He's not that high level. Like, the thing is that Darren Till probably can make setups, but he just doesn't have the power or the speed or the IQ to really get the setups going. Where Tommy Fury's probably not doing any setups, and he's just going to be jabbing, and he's going to be, you know, to the body, whatever. And Darren Till's kind of making it interesting with the shit talk at the press conference, I know, but it's still kind of a joke. And this fight really is just like, okay, who's fighting Jake Paul next? You know? Like, that's what this is. Is it going to be the rematch because the fight was so close? Or is it going to be Darren Till? You know? And I think Darren Till would just get knocked out by Jake at this point. Just being honest, I know the narrative is going to be, well, Jake Paul couldn't knock out Mike Tyson, blah, 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 blah. I get that, right? But Jake Paul also has a knockdown in every single one of his fights. He's beaten MMA fighters before. Darren Till's an MMA fighter. He's not really that good of a boxer, I think, is what we're going to find out against Tommy Fury. Even if he does somehow win, I think he's still gonna look shit, you know? I think he might be able to win with, like, a few knockdowns here and there, maybe, right? But I just can't see Darren Till really doing anything in boxing. He is young. Maybe he goes far. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe he's the best boxer to ever enter the scene. I don't think so. I think he's just gonna get fucking exposed for not being that great, like he kind of did in the UFC. And then it's gonna be like, yeah, lad, I'm going back to the UFC, lad, making a run, lad. A little late, but he can still do it. He's still young. He's just got a lot of tread on the tires, I guess. Where Tommy Fury, maybe he'll be something, but I see this as just a YouTube boxing fight, man. I really do. It's just like, all right, who's fighting Jake Paul next? And that's kind of it. That's all this fight is, you know? The winner of this isn't going to be going for a championship fight, going for a title contender, going for fucking double champion status, right? This is who's going to make a shit ton of money fighting Jake Paul next. That's all this fight is, you know? And I think Darren Till is at a severe disadvantage, for one, being just fat, for two, just being stupid. You know, he does not make the greatest IQ decisions inside the octagon, so I guess we'll see if that changes in boxing, but I can't. You know, foundation style Muay Thai, a little interesting. I didn't really think that'd be his foundation style. But yeah, I do think Darren Till is probably losing this fight. Probably Tommy Fury by decision. If this is like legit rounds, I think it's going to be, what, 10 to 12 rounds is like legit rounds. I can see Tommy Fury just beating his ass for 10 to 12 rounds, just being slightly ahead. Darren Till using his ego like, what? Come on then, yeah? You know? And then just kind of just looking like a clown. That's what I see. Kind of just wanted to get my thoughts and opinions out there, because I do think this fight kind of sucks. Don't get why everyone's so hyped for it. You know, no offense to the people who are hyped for it. I know you boxing fans are basically on your last canister of copium, trying to think that boxing's actually entertaining, when it's clearly a rigged sport, when you have fights like Bertabiev, when you have fights like, Lomachenko, when you have fights like fucking, Fury almost robbing Usyk, you have Ngannou getting robbed by Fury, like, guys, hey, listen. If you like boxing, you like boxing. I just kind of see it as like, oh, who's going to fight Jake Paul next? You know, not in terms of like, I respect Jake Paul, I want to see who's fighting Jake Paul, blah, blah, blah. Just in terms of like, that's what this fight is. That's what it is, you know? Like, when I see a meme coin get dropped, like the Hawk Tua coin, I'm like, all right, who's a dumbass is falling for this, you know? Because that's what it is. It's not like the Hawk Tua girl is gonna fucking make a billion-dollar idea and give fucking everyone around her millions of dollars, you know, as long as you get in quick for that $9.99 course a month or something, right? It is like you're going to get scammed. That is what it is. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I want to get my thoughts and opinions on this fight. I think it's kind of just like who's fighting Jake Paul next. I think it's going to be a low-level boxing fight, and I think this is going to kind of make boxing look like shit again, regardless of who wins. It could be Darren Till winning, it could be Tommy Fury winning, doesn't matter. Boxing, I think, is still going to look like shit. If anything, I hope Darren Till wins, because that makes us MMA fans. Hey, look a little Chad. Just saying. Hey, you might want to hop the fence. Just saying. But no, and seriously, I do think this fight's just gonna be a joke, and I think it's gonna be shit. I think it's gonna look like two wet blankets thrown at each other the whole time. You know, I don't think it's gonna be high level. Regardless, that's all I wanted to say. You know, if you're new to my channel, I daily upload, so come hang out. You know, just saying. If you want MMA content or just content in general daily. But yeah, with all that being said, I want to thank you for watching, and as always, I hope you have a good day.